What a wonderful day it is, ladies and gentlemen. What's up? It's your boy, S.A.K. Hirobi, back with my compatriots of the StraightAMagic channel from the YouTubes, doing a draft today. Doing a draft today for Mono Green. Mono Green is my bread and butter. Big Stompy goes big stomp stomp, and I love that. Yes. Super excited to see what my friends here have to say about this color today because it is my personal favorite. And I'm excited to have the best draft overall. So yeah, let's get crack-a-lackin' with Busted's first pick.
Alright guys, this is the easiest first pick of any draft you'll ever see. And if anybody else doesn't have this as their pick one, then they're a liar. It's gotta be a Eula Queen Among Bears. Okay, if you're telling me that Bear Force 1 is not your top pick, you're a liar. Okay. Bear Tribal, you just get to play as many bears as you want and get to buff them and who needs anything else? Come on. Stop lying to yourself.
True. I mean, Red's got goblins, Blue's got, I don't know, birds.
Sphinx.
Well,
Sphinx.
Then if not having Ayula makes me a liar, then I'm a liar because she wasn't even in my top 15.
Oh,
Again, lie to yourself, but okay.
For my pick one, I think I got to. I think it's kind of a staple for me personally. I gotta go with the man with a plan, Vorinclex Monstrous Raider.
Yep, that was my
counters, synergies, trample and haste on a huge body. You can pair it with Infect, you can pair it with +1/+1, you can even go crazy and do experience counters. Card's insane. Deck can be even more insane with stuff like Vigor. I love this card so much. So Vorinclex is my pick one.
Very nice.
Their curb.
All right. For my pick one, and yeah, this is hard. This is hard, but I think I'm gonna go with.
Suspense is killing me.
An oldie. I'm gonna lock down Yisan, the Wanderer Bard. Now,
motherfucker,
there's a problem with Yisan, which is there's only so many lines that you can do with him. So while he's pretty powerful, he gets pretty predictable. That being said, it's been a long time since I've seen Yisan or played Yisan, and there's a lot of new creatures. So that's why I'm putting him in. Because I'd be interested to see what a Yisan deck in 2024 looks like. Dawson, take it away.
That was an awesome pick, Curb. I love Yisan.
Yisan's very, very good. Right outside my top 5, to be honest with you. But my top 2 are still available to me at the 1-2 turn, and I'll easily fucking take it. For one, this is the first one. This is what I love about Mono Green. It's more niche in a little bit of a sense because it's not the most optimized commander for what it's trying to do, especially being in only one color. And it's not exactly Mono Green Stompy, but it's one of the most fun Mono Green commanders for me, at least, because it's at least a little bit different than what other people do. I'm gonna go Gargos, Vicious Watcher. I like Hydras.
Fuck you!
I love Hydras. I love fair Hydras, and this is the fair Hydra. Fight me, fucking Brad. So this
fair? A 6-mana 8/7 is fair.
It's more fair than the fucking shit about making like X spells like make you a 7/7 Hydra because by turn 6 you have like 20/20s. Fuck you. Fuck that. Hate that.
Can I interject? Can I interject and add something on Gargos? Now, this isn't immediately obvious, but there's another way of playing Gargos rather than Hydras, which is control. Mono green control.
Very fair.
With just packing your deck with cantrips and fight spells. You target Gargos with a fight spell, have him fight something, and also Gargos' ability goes on the stack and fights something else, you can just eat the entire board. And it's not what people expect from mono green, and I love him for that.
Herb, you just gave me a horrific idea. I'm building it like that.
Yes, because with fuck you, Curb. I wasn't going to go in depth as much as you were, but yes, Gargos with a sub theme of having like just nice little giant growth effects, prey upon stuff like that. Gargos makes the big stompy even better because you can just clear the
Tail
board
swipe looking ass.
right before you kill them all. So that's pretty damn good. And you know what, Curb? Just for that, honest to God, I can't remember. Honestly, I think you're the one that loves this commander. I wasn't going to pick him, but I'm going to do Omnath Locus of Mana.
Aw, you motherfucker.
Because fuck you for stealing my explanation. Do you want to steal this one too, Curb? Huh? Because Omnath Locus of Mana is the oldie but a goodie mono green commander. I like going for the classics. You went with the classic that was very good, but very niche, Curb. I went with the classic mono green commander of I'm just going to dump out a bunch of mana, get a bunch of mana in my mana pool, to then just swing for a big mana damage from Omnath Locus of Mana. Yes, I said mana like a million times in the sentence. But then you cash that mana in for some bigger spells to then either make Omnath even bigger later, or double your mana later, or even do like a Vorinclex later. Because Omnath Locus of Mana is amazing, because mana does not empty from your mana pools.
Not to mention he gets big. He gets very big.
He does get very, very big.
I built an Omnath Locus of Mana deck. That was one of my it was like one of my first 10 commander decks, and probably the first one that I really put money into, getting stuff like Doubling Cube and Sylvan Library.
Mm-hmm.
And I had one game where the other person had the land that stops you from taking damage, and so all I was able to do is just generate mana because I didn't have a way of dealing with that land. I got him up to 1 million something power toughness, and I just had a million mana floating. It was fantastic.
Hey, I think that's really cool. Who's your pick 2?
Damn, Hirobi, fuck.
Damn, Hirobi.
I'm kidding. It's a big fucking Omnath, bro.
I'm just saying, I'm going extra.
Did it have trample?
Pick, Hirobi.
Did the Omnath have trample?
It had trample. I had a Soul of New Phyrexia on the battlefield, so I could give him indestructible whenever I want to. He also had Shroud from Asceticism. He also couldn't be targeted. There was basically no way of dealing with him, really, aside from like a mass exile.
That is solid. Heck yeah, dude.
It's a good time.
Now make yourself.
For my pick 2, I'm going to go with Arasta of the Endless Web. It's kind of an interesting one because mono green you expect Stompy, right? But what Arasta does instead is say, hey, I'm going to be a good blocker for you here, and as your opponents play the game, you're just going to get a huge board of blockers. I don't think there's any other green commanders that really put up a defense quite like Arasta does.
It's a solid pick. I hadn't thought of that. For my pick 2, I'm waiting a little bit to get into my Stompy Stomps because I do love my Stompy Stomps. Wait, I think Busted threatened me earlier and said, "I'm gonna pick you. I'm gonna pick your shit instead of you because fuck you." So maybe I will. I don't know.
I didn't say that, but
I think I do recall Busted saying those exact words.
Yeah, Busted said that so hard, dude.
That's so hard.
Roll the clip.
Busted alert.
Replay.
So I'm gonna pick my first ever mono green commander deck, and one that I have a lot of fun playing to this day, which is Questing Beast.
Ooh.
A nice classic.
This deck I lovingly call Death Touch Tribal. Because, Questing Beast is a super fun line that says combat damage that will be dealt by creatures you control can't be prevented, which lends itself to 2 very powerful strategies. Number 1, which is Death Touch. Number 2, which is Fog. Combine the 2 and suddenly it's a one-sided board wipe every single combat if you have enough creatures with Death Touch on board. You can also combine this entire strategy with something like what's it called, Finn the Fang Bear, and just infect everyone. I have done that multiple times, and it's extremely effective very quickly. This deck gets very scary. I love Questing Beast as a card. It was my first mythic I ever pulled from Eldraine. I love this deck. That's all.
Well, I didn't threaten to steal your picks. I said I'm going to explain mine.
Oh,
In length,
extra
given that
long.
you
Okay,
talk shit to Curve.
Curve. I'm sorry, by the
So
way. That was rude of me.
No, you're fine. You're totally good.
that being said, my second pick here is again a very new commander. Okay,
Ooh,
uh, I Whistly Bill, Spine Sower.
dude, nice.
Bristly Bill.
My name's Bristly Bill.
And there's so many ways to lamp in mono green. Put extra lands into play. You play some Azuzas. You play some Cultivates. Whatever it need be, you get to just play so many lands, put counters on all your stuff, and you can start doubling them. And there's so many ways to add extra counters on top of that, such as good old Vorinclex there. So
Yep.
Whistly Bill can make either himself big, he can make your entire board big, and then you get the big stompy that we all want to see.
Oh heck yeah.
Speaking of doubling effect, my next one is Ave, Progenitor Ooze, who, again, loves having doubling effects. It's got Storm, so you lamp out really strong with your mono green cards. Then you play Ave, make a bunch of token copies of it, and then they get bigger for each other ooze you have. And there's newer cards like Slime Against Humanity, which just you go and make a bunch of oozes, get really big Ave, and if you have things like Doubling Season or things to give extra counters, it gets done really quick.
Heck yeah, dude. It's a solid pick.
Very, very good pick.
For my pick 3, it's time. It's the mono green deck that made me rise to infamy on this here server. It's O'Hare Coslam, Deepest Growth. So I built this deck to be a Primal Surge deck, and boy oh boy, even without Primal Surge, all the creatures that generate mana with a certain other boy, or I guess girl, makes this go absolutely stupid. Plus, since it has trample, even dealing 2 to 3 damage can flip you into some behemoths. Again, like with the mono red video, the O'Hares can flip into a land if they're removed or if they die, which makes them extremely resilient to removal. I love the way this deck works. I love the fact that it generates advantage simply by attacking, which is something green wants to do anyway. So that is my pick 3. Go ahead, Curbus Maximus.
Well, thank you.
But of course,
For my next pick, I'm gonna go with Ghidorah Graveguard. Also one of the newer ones, but I was looking at it. I haven't seen one yet, but I was looking at it, and just that idea of all these non-token creatures you having, whenever they die, they just come back to the battlefield face down as lands, and that seems like it would be pretty powerful. I don't know if there's any ways in green to flip them, but that would also be potentially a really good strategy to get them back, maybe by flickering them or something of that nature.
dude, nice. Ghidorah is super cool.
And I like the theme of just bringing them back as lands.
Fertilizer.
No, I actually do like that. I didn't see that commanders when I was reading through the green, so that's actually really cool. Really unique one. So, with my next 2 picks, I'm going to give everybody a bunch of flashbacks. Everybody's about to go to Vietnam for the next 2 picks here for a second. Because I know all of us have had run-ins recently with one of these picks, and then all of us probably in our past getting into Commander definitely got stomped by this other guy. But first of all, we're going to go with the newer one. Big shout out to Brad with our partner commanders here. Of course, it's going to be Kodama of the East Tree and Johanra Color of Wirewood. I mean, if it wasn't for Brad, completely honest with you, if it wasn't for Brad, I would never have looked at these 2 commanders or even, really cared about this as much. But after seeing his deck just be so easy at, snowballing into great things, despite all the cards that we asked him to take out to make it a fair game for everybody, he still just fucking owns everybody with it. And I respect him. I respect him so much for it. I had to pick it at number 3 because I'm like, this is like classic mono green stompy, classic mono green get things out there. Love it. And honestly, I hate you, Brad, but I love you for giving me the inspiration for this pick. But
Kodama's really powerful, and Galarna going alongside it to just help you get him out even earlier. Nasty.
Oh my god. So
the other thing that I think is underrated about Galarna, I'll make this quick.
You're good.
Anytime you have any type of mana in the command zone, but mana that doubles as card draw is absurd.
That's actually so true. So fair. I mean, yeah, especially when your other commander is literally 6 or greater, so you draw from casting your other commander. It's so fucking insane.
Exactly.
But, I mean, I'm going to pick him just because I feel like eventually he's going to be one of those 4th or 5th round picks that everybody wants to get. But, again, sending everybody back with a little bit of a flashback. It's not commonly used in the command zone anymore, thankfully. But Vorinclex, Voice of Hunger, the original and better Vorinclex. Vorinclex is just the hate bearer of all hate bearers. Everybody sees that, and everybody else at the table is like, guys, kill that fucking player, kill that thing, kill everything, burn it with fire. And you know what?
Immediate panic time.
And you know what?
The absolute balls.
And you have
I don't hear boss music.
And you that's exactly that is exactly what Vorinclex Voice of Hunger does when he rolls up either on the battlefield or in the command zone. I had to pick something else a little bit more mean because mono green I think is just one of the meanest colors because all it does is want to run you over. When I just want to play my little tiny goblins with a Cranko, and all of a sudden you're fucking hitting me with Vorinclex. Go fuck yourself. But I control them this time, boys and girls. Vorinclex Voice of Hunger, number 4.
Very nice.
Fair enough.
All right.
Is that me
you.
next or Hirobi?
Mhm.
Me next?
That is you, Curb.
All right. For my pick number 4, we have
Wait.
Worm.
You need to do pick number 5.
No, I'm 3 and 4.
Yeah, we're on pick 4. What are you talking about, Busted?
Okay, Busted,
Yeah,
you're
we're on pick 4.
You're 4-5, Busted.
But you're also 4 or 5 because you end
No.
the stake.
No. I started 1. You get 2. You get 1, 2. I then get 3, 4. You then get 4, 5.
No, I started, so I got 1. It went down the path. I got 2 and 3 at the same time. I'll get 4 and 5 at the same time.
No. I get 1 and 2 at the same time.
No, just keep it going. Average already picked 2 commanders. He'll finish up with 1. It works out that way.
Okay.
Keep going, Curb.
Alright, my pick number 4, I'm going Worm. Hirobi, go ahead.
Worm.
No explanation.
Just
Worm be
just worm. Just worm.
He does not need explanation, okay? He is all devouring. He is Scrothama. He is a 10-8 for 5.
That is ridiculous. Actually, looking at this, why is this a card?
Have did y'all see the new Suicide Squad?
No. Oh, talk about
Like with
John Cena.
Idris Elba and John Cena. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I've seen that one.
So you know how Curb says bird. I mean says worm. It's like King Shark saying bird. Worm. just worm.
Guys, we're gonna have to have so many outtakes. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay,
Alrighty.
We're good.
Also, you gotta enjoy that art on Thama.
He's
That's
his
fantastic.
fucking mouth, dude.
he's just fucking mouth, bro. What that mouth do?
Okay.
What that
Okay.
tongue
Well,
do?
for my pick 4,
Oh man.
again, I kind of like, part of me wants to save the Stompy for last because mono green is something that I excel at building good. So I think I've got to go with Selvala, Heart of the Wilds, as my pick 4. Absurd amounts of mana in the early and late game. She can pump so much mana into cards like any X spells, or make your huge creatures that are big and go stomp stomp, or like a finale into a crater hoof, just that much better. She's absurd, which is why she's my pick 4.
Very good.
All right. My pick 4. A lot of the ones I was going to choose have all been stolen. So, that being said, the first one here is going to be Toski versus Secrets.
Ooh,
Can't be countered. He's indestructible. You can Voltron him, so his attacking each combat fable, he's probably getting through. And then whenever creature control deals damage, you can draw cards. So you're going to go wide strategy, draw a whole bunch of cards, and then outvalue your opponents every single time. Because everybody knows the thing that wins games is card draw. And card draw in the command zone is the best kind of card draw.
Indestructible and Commander is so underrated. It's
agreed.
it's so
100% agreed.
True.
Now, I'm torn between two picks for number 5, but I think we're going to have to go with Morrowind. Okay.
Yep.
This is the one that really goes into our, okay, we've got tribal. We had Quinko as number 1 with goblins for mono red. Morrowind just loves mono green elves. You can play her very early, then you can start pumping her, getting her really big, and then we've already talked about mono green loves its lamp, and then you can use her to play your big green spells and just take over the game. So Morrowind has to be in that top 5 somewhere.
Heck yeah. Well, you know, part of me wants to go with something that isn't Big Stompy, but I am SAK Hirobi, and I play the Big Stompy. My pick 5. Everyone knows him or her. The earth shakes under her feet. It's Galta Primal Hunger.
Ah, so good.
OG Mono Green Voltron. So I think one of the coolest aspects of this card now is the fact that we have this card that you can literally just play for free, which makes Galta even scarier come turn. Come whenever you cast her. It's Excalibur, the Sword of Eden. Just instantly cast it for free, equip it for 2 the next turn. Suddenly you've got a 22/22 with Vigilance. That can swing for commander damage basically the turn after you cast Galta, which ends up being just absurd. There are so many cool things you can do with Galta as well. Don't go to the graveyard, bitch.
You actually didn't.
As a Power Matters deck, as well as Voltron themed, just makes this deck hum so nicely.
Nice.
That's my pick 5.
That's such a good pick.
Oh man. Okay, this is a hard one.
It's a classic, man. She's a classic.
This is a hard one.
Despite the soft one.
I mean, Worm was the easy one, so we gotta find the hard one.
Worm.
Yeah, about to say Worm was the easy pick. Come on. Where's your?
I think for my pick 5, I'm gonna go with
Please pick Thrun. Please pick Thrun. Please pick Thrun.
Why don't you pick the last Vorinclex? Nobody's got it yet.
That's true. There's
I'm
Vorinclex.
gonna go with one that I've never seen but looks kind of interesting, kind of funny. Jolrel, Empress of Beasts.
Oh,
3 mana tap, discard 2 cards until end of turn. All lands target player controls are 3 creatures
That
are
is
still lands.
so mean.
oh my god, it's so fucking dope.
That is so mean, dude.
2
Yeah.
main ways.
Look at the flavor text. I need no army. I have Jamura. What the
so
frick?
good. So
We
good.
have a Hulk, is what that says. We have a Hulk.
and
I have
And
mono
not-
green. What? I have mono green. What do you have? A mana drain? Shut the fuck up.
not only can this just like make your board go wide all of a sudden, especially if you've thrown out something like Beastmaster's Ascension, you've got some other kind of pump effects going on, and then you play this and all of a sudden your board is just filled with 7/7s or whatever, 10/10s. Maybe they've got Trample, maybe you've got Stonehoof Chieftain, and you've got Indestructible Trample, and you just run away with the game from there, right? Alternatively, someone's real in the lead, and a board wipe goes out, and you really want them to not be in the lead anymore. This says target player, not
Oh my
you
gosh.
necessarily.
It's so awful.
So I'll leave that out there and pass it on to Dawson to finish us off.
God, I hated that. I hated that so much. Well, okay, this has been a really good draft because now I'm looking at my hand like, okay, Busted did Elves better, Kirby did the Worms better, Hirobi, honestly, with the mono green Stompy of just Voltron and kill, did it better. Honestly, in terms of this last pick, I had a couple picks for those, but I just don't have a pick for that. But you know what?
Yeah, don't worry though. You get to be the asshole that put in Vorinclex.
Oh, I
on
get
their
to be.
top
Oh,
list.
I get to be the fucking guy who put Vorinclex. Don't worry, I'm not worried about that. I'm talking about my 5th pick.
If you don't pick Thrun and Thrun over everyone, I'm gonna be so mad.
No, I'm not picking
This is a
Thrun.
loss, but Zeke.
Oh, is it gonna be Ruxa? Please
No,
pick Ruxa,
no.
Patient Professor.
It's really funny.
Kirby, shut up, let him pick.
It's really
Stay
funny.
tribal,
Okay.
stay tribal.
I'm sorry.
Ruxa was my second pick here, but I'm going to go with my Hulk because we referenced him. Thank you, Busted, for referencing Hulk here because I need no army because I have a Hulk. Strong goes smash. Strong does cool things. Strong doesn't get radiation. Strong's gains get stronger from radiation. It's such a unique strategy.
Oh
and-
shit, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's like this one just kind of popped out as my number 12 on my list total. And there's a couple cards before it that I still have in my hand that I could play. But this is just so unique and cool that it kind of fits the theme of usually my 5th pick is something more unique for that color combination. And Strong is just, for one, Fallout, so I win there. And 2, like, Rads dealing damage was always one of my most annoying things. Like, I hated when somebody was playing Rads because I just randomly lose damage from it. But now it's like turning that on its head and actually utilizing it, which I really like. And he's a 7/7 for 6 mana. I love Strong. Strong's a great character in Fallout 2, so I'm picking him as my final pick here in the mono green draft.
Strong learns secret to human power from that. Curve and I shared the same 3 brain cells for 10 seconds.
Oh, as I'm hovering over everybody's mono green draft here, who won? Who did it? Honestly, very fucking good draft. Actually, a lot better than I thought
was
mono
me.
green would go.
It was me. I
that
won.
I
actually-
think it was me.
I think
I've got a Eula.
Ayula was probably the worst first round pick.
I don't care what you guys pick. I don't care what you guys pick because you're not gonna be able to cast any of it when I turn your
I'm
lands
sorry.
creatures to that
I'm the
damnation.
people's
Hey, yo.
champ with a Eula. Okay. Fuck you guys. If you're not rocking with the Bears, then it ain't going to matter.
If you're not rocking with the Bears and the Bears aren't rocking with you.
Oh.
Exactly.
Very good stuff as always, though. Hope you all did enjoy. Tune in next time for not the 2 color combinations. We still have one more colorless draft to do. See y'all in the next episode of that.
Take care. Bye.